Hey everyone, it's Jenna Melanson from Canadian Beats Media. I'm joined today by Kevin from Vancouver-based band Dead Quiet for our latest segment of Zoomies. Welcome, Kevin.
Hello. Hi. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. So first off, care to introduce Dead Quiet a bit more in depth?
A bit more in depth. Dead Quiet is a heavy rock and roll band that has been around since 2015, approximately. We play loud, heavy metal slash rock and roll music. Yeah.
Okay. You've unveiled your fourth album. Tell us a bit about the writing process behind the release.
Yeah, the writing process was really cohesive. We wrote it together very much. Sort of each guy kind of brought in some ideas, and we wrote it as a band, kind of over the pandemic. We were each other's bubbles, so
Okay.
what we did is we just played a lot of music together, and we wrote the record. And yeah, it's the most cohesive yet because it used to be kind of more me writing everything, but this time was definitely a team effort. So.
Okay, awesome. So you've unveiled a few singles in advance. How did you go about choosing which tracks would be best suited as singles?
I think just like kind of our favorite ones, and then you always got to keep in mind sort of kind of hooks and stuff like that. So you always
Hmm.
want to grab people's attention. So we kind of strategically picked a few with like catchier choruses, but in the end, they were all songs that we really thought were the strongest.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So this album follows your previous release, Truth and Ruin, which was released in 2020. How would you say your sound has changed over that time?
Again, that was like this. The fourth record here was way more of a team effort, whereas Truth and Ruin was something I kind of like it was a very personal record that I kind of wrote all on my own just
Hmm.
because I was going through some shit at the time. And this one was a little brighter because yeah, it was just a little bit more collaborative.
Okay. Do you have any upcoming shows to tell us about?
Yeah, we're playing across Western Canada starting next week.
Okay.
So yeah, we're doing Kelowna, Edmonton, Calgary, Saskatoon, Winnipeg, Regina, and then we do Vancouver, Victoria a couple weeks later.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
So the next five questions are just for fun.
cool.
What was the first concert you ever attended?
Oh, it was actually a friend of mine's bar mitzvah when I
Okay.
was he was 13 and I was like 10 or 11 at the time, and his brother's band called Retrograde played. It was a Kelowna,
Awesome.
and they were like kind of like they were like pre Nickelback, kind of Nickelback, and they were like buddies with the Nickelback guys before they were big or whatever. So it was like it was
Oh,
it was
wow.
it was a pretty big deal, you know.
For sure. Who was the first Canadian artist or band to catch your attention growing up?
Canadian. It might have been it might have been DBS from here in Vancouver was like the first
Okay.
Canadian punk band that really got into. Yeah, I'd say it was like yeah their first album, Tales from the Crib. They had a single on Much Music called Snowball, and yeah, that was probably the first Canadian band that I really fell in love with, like at the age of 12 or something. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What's your favorite song to cover live?
Uh, I don't really do covers, to be honest.
No?
The last kind of successful cover I did um was We Are the Road Crew Motorhead, and that was years ago. But yeah, I'm not a big covers guy, but yeah, I'd say that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, if you could tour with one Canadian band and one non-Canadian band, who would you choose?
One Canadian. Non-Canadian band would be Queens of the Stone Age.
Hmm.
Uh, Canadian band would be uh, shit. That's a tricky one. A lot of good ones. Uh, ah, Canadian band that rules. There's a lot. This is the rambling part that you were trying to avoid.
I like to stump at least one question.
Yeah. That's a tricky one. I just don't think you fucking drawing a blank on like dream Canadian bands. Oh, probably like Propaganda would be sweet.
Right. And last but not least, with barbecue season upon us, what's your favorite food to throw on the grill?
I love grilling. I really love grilling asparagus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good griller. And then I grill tofu. I'm vegetarian, so I don't put a lot of
Okay.
meat on. Yeah.
Okay.
Tofu and
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 asparagus. Cool.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me for Zoomies. It's been fun, and congratulations on the new album.
Thank you.